My opinion on these types of anti-aging devices and treatments is that they can help a little bit if you're doing the basics consistently. If you're walking, if you're exercising, building muscle, eating healthy foods, and getting adequate sleep consistently, then yes, this can help. But if you're not battling your sedentary lifestyle, you're not building muscle, you're eating processed foods and fast foods weekly, and your sleep quality is poor, then this is just going to be like putting perfume on poop. You're wasting your time, your money, and it's still going to be shit. So I ordered the NuFace Trinity wrinkle reducer attachment and microcurrent attachment. It came in a nice box that I actually used to store it because it is sturdy and it looks pretty. It came with the handset, the wrinkle reducer attachment, and the microcurrent attachment, charger, brush, and then the gel activator and the lotion activator. $495 with free shipping. It shipped pretty quickly, and there's a year warranty on the product. The microcurrent attachment is supposed to reduce and blur wrinkles, fine lines, tone your face, sculpt, and give a lifted look over time. The red light LED attachment is supposed to also reduce overall wrinkles and promote circulation. Most importantly, this comes with the user manual. And I can't stress this enough, the user manual. It comes with the order, but it's also available in a PDF online. If you're considering buying this after this review, check out the PDF manual first. And if you don't, you just order it like I did. Read this sucker before you use it. The red light LED attachment you just use on a clean face. You don't need the activators. But once you get to using the microcurrent attachment, you have to use one of these activators. The activator ingredients have a mix of good and bad ingredients in my opinion. If you guys know me, I like a more very basic ingredient skincare like straight vitamin E oil or jojoba oil or something like that. You can check out the ingredients for yourself and see if you like the ingredients or not, if that sways your opinion. I won't be clamoring to use these two activators as skincare, which you can do. I'm only using them because I have to for the microcurrent attachment. Now, before we get into the juicy part of the review, I'm just going to give you a quick review of the red light therapy attachment. Very easy to use. It's much less stressful to use than the electrocurrent on the face. I would suggest using the red light attachment during the day because it does flash. It's not just a constant red light. It flashes pretty aggressively. So if you're prone to seizures or epilepsy, use it during the day. I've used it at night and I don't have any sensitivity to that, but even I kind of felt weird and a little nauseous using it. So it's best to use it during the day. You're supposed to use it for 3 minutes on each of the 7 sections on your face, which are outlined in the manual. The only thing is it does beep at the end of the 3 minutes, but it beeps so softly that if you're not paying attention, you can miss it. I've missed it a few times. You really have to be listening for it because it's so faint. In the user manual, it said the red light therapy can give you some skin dryness. I didn't experience that. It didn't cause me any dryness, so no big deal there. I've been using both of these attachments for about 2.5 months, and with the red light therapy, I've noticed a reduction in blemishes. I think it's really improved how clear my skin is on a day-to-day basis. I'm getting a lot less breakouts. As far as wrinkle reduction and circulation, I'm not too sure. I haven't noticed that huge of a difference to say yes or no. If you guys have seen some other red light devices or people using like red light masks or full body red light therapy, you'll notice that a lot of them don't flash. It's just a constant red light. The NuFace flashes, and that's kind of why it's so seizure or epilepsy inducing, because it flashes so aggressively. So I was like, why do the other treatments not flash, but this one flashes? So I looked it up and there's a purpose to the flashing. It's supposed to increase its efficacy. Whatever benefits the red light and the infrared lights have, supposedly flashing increases those benefits. And let's move on to the juicy part of the review. This is why you guys all came here, all right? And as we talk about it, I'm just going to apply the activator to my face and start using the microcurrent attachment on level 1. There's 3 levels to it. They go up in intensity with the numbers. So I'm gonna start on my cheek. But a lot of the safety of the microcurrent technology has not yet been established because it's relatively new technology. And I've been using this for about 2.5 months, like I mentioned, and I don't doubt that it does have some anti-aging and wrinkle reducing benefits. But I also do have a little concern because I was reading through the user manual, thank God, before I used the device, and I noticed that there were a few warnings that stuck out to me. It very clearly calls out in the manual not to use it on the midline of your neck, on your temples, or near your eyes. And it says it a few times, and I was just like, why? What's the big deal to use it on your neck or on your temples? So naturally, I turned to Google and did a quick search, and you are not supposed to use it on the midline of the neck because that is where your thyroid is located. So I read a lot of articles talking about how the microcurrent can overstimulate your thyroid and disrupt the hormones that it produces, and it can cause weight gain, infertility, and soreness in the body. So although I did find a lot of articles talking about why not to use it on the midline of the neck, neck. There wasn't too much elaborating on why not to use it on your temples and around your eyes. Following that same train of thought, I mean, your temples are right by your brain, and then around your eye is an organ. So the same way it can affect a gland just under the skin, I'm sure it can negatively affect your eyes and your brain. Even avoiding these areas and not going directly over them, because this microcurrent does penetrate deeper than the skin, and I'm sure it radiates beyond just the portion of the face you're touching, I'm still a little concerned that it can reach the brain or other organs and glands underneath your skin. For instance, I'm using it now on my cheekbone, and I'm stopping just shy of my temple like the directions say to do. I mean, the face is a pretty small area. If I'm stopping here at the cheekbone, that's right next to my temple. And this is a current. It probably does have a larger radius that it is penetrating to. So is stopping just shy of the temple really stopping it from affecting the temple, the brain, the eye? I'm still doing pretty near my eye. And it does suggest to use it on your neck, just not in the very middle of the neck. But who's to say when you're using it on the side of your neck that that current is still not reaching the thyroid in the middle of your neck? I also spotted in the manual that if you were to get headaches while using the device, they want you to stop and then consult with your doctor, which also kind of leads me to believe that those microcurrents are reaching your brain and can cause a headache, among other things that we don't know yet. Like I said, this technology is relatively new. Sure, they've done very short-term studies and there are anti-aging effects that are noted in the studies. However, what are the long-term effects on our brain, eye, thyroid? There are also other areas of the body that the user manual cautions against using it on. You're not supposed to use it around your breasts or near your groin, I think a couple other areas, just giving further clues that it may not be good for our organs. So because of these warnings that I saw in the user manual, I have only used it on level 1 because I figured the higher up you go, the deeper the microcurrent's going to penetrate. So I want to use level 2 and 3 with you guys for the first time on camera. I don't really feel a difference. It still feels just like a light vibration. It's a little louder, that's about it. I don't feel like I'm being electrocuted or anything. It doesn't hurt, which it's not supposed to hurt if you're using the activator. They said sometimes it'll hurt if you're not using enough activator or if you're using it on dry skin. So sitting just below $500, it is a pretty expensive device, and I have not really seen benefits thus far. I mean, I can't really tell. I still have the same amount of wrinkles. My skin didn't get clear, so there's like an acne benefit there. Let me know if you're using something like this and you do see a benefit. There's always the thought in the back of my mind, if I'm just imagining the benefit, like, you know, a placebo effect, like, oh, I'm doing all this skincare and anti-aging stuff, I'm looking younger. Like, is it just in my head, or are these results real? Hey. But these little treatments and devices can get pretty pricey. And like I said, if you're not doing the very basics, if you're treating your body poorly, I don't know if it's worth it to do these very topical treatments if you're not doing the work on the inside. If you're eating Taco Bell and McDonald's 5 times a week, but then coming home and applying the most expensive skincare and treatment, is it really going to help? Mala, što si došla onda? Čekaj. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love talking to you and hearing from you, and until next time, off I go.
Very clever. Off you go.